Activate.
It's the Pelon and Chubby Show with your hosts Rich Salas and Guy Murray, talking about comedy and everything that crosses their mind. It's the Pelon and Chubby Show.
We're live. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Pelon and Chubby Show. This is Guy Murray.
And I'm Rich Salas.
And we are rocking here. New digs in the Inland Tavern in San Marcos.
What?
I know, right? Happy pre-Thanksgiving Day. This is our show that we be going rocking. We're going to rock it for you. The Pelon and Chubby podcast. I hand it over to my host, your man with the plan, Rick Salas.
They thought they could keep us over there at Tremont Bar and Grill.
Can't hold us
for
down.
next to nothing.
Nope.
But the truth is, we got to move on, do bigger things, better things. And so we're at the Inland Tavern here in beautiful San Marcos, California. Come down. Happy hour starts at 4 o'clock. It's a wonderful place to come and grab a bite to eat, something to drink. But they are potentially, there's a good chance that they're going to be the next home of the Pelon and Chubby podcast. Hey, thank you all for joining us today. We have a great show for you today. I got a couple points that I want to go over. Guy has a couple points that he's going to go over. We got a couple special guests over the phone and in-house that we're going to interview. So it's going to be a blast. It is the pre-Turkey Day show, Guy.
Heck yes.
Yeah, get a little bird in you. Tomorrow is the big day. If you're with me and you're in the thinking that who really gives a fuck about Thanksgiving, then that's my side of it. I think Guy's a little more sentimental, and he appreciates the whole Thanksgiving tradition and likes to honor it. I just can't wait for the piece of shit to be over with. So it's there's a contrast of opinions for sure. But hey, we're here at the Inland Tavern. I'm having that 805, and I said I'd give one more lousy plug. 805, my new beer from Firestone. Go out and get you one. Get you some chicken and ribs, and have you a feast. But we're going to talk about, Guy, I told you we were going to talk about, the one thing I want to talk about was the legalization. Actually, it's been legal, but now it's the recreational use of marijuana in the state of California. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. Nobody really knows the ultimate plan for it. There is a bigger plan than we are told. Like, everybody went out there and voted and decided to legalize it, but they weren't aware of the repercussions that were involved. So we're going to go over a little bit of that. We got a phone in, I think. Guy has prepared for the show. We have Alex, my good buddy here, who's going to do a little interview. We're going to find out what the millennials' worries, concerns, what they're going through in life, and what they hope for in the future for their distressed fucking generation.
It's over.
I didn't name it. They named it themselves, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to have some fun. We're going to see if maybe we can get some more of the folks from the Inland Tavern to come over here and join in on the show and maybe be guests or whatever. So how's your week going, Guy? How are you doing? Tell America what's going on in the life of Guy.
Man, it is going on. It's just what we do every day, but, short weeks. I love it. Just cut that workout stuff, man. I've been blessed. Been working all weekend, right into the week. Now it's a short week, and we're going into a long weekend, so it's all good. I'm blessed, man. I'm really good to be here.
Hey, do we call it a moment of silence, or do we have a standing ovation? We got a black guy with a job.
And the crowd goes wild.
Oh, shit. What's the world coming to?
I know, right?
That's a fucking great thing. Hey, our show, we got a black guy and a semi-white guy. A whitewashed white guy.
White guy.
Like second, third generation Mexican, Costa Rican. I don't know how we got here, but we're just fucking here, right?
And we're here.
And I'm the unemployed one, and the black dude on the show is the one with the job. How the fuck does that happen?
That is insane.
You know, a lot of people say that's racist, Guy.
Which part?
All of my shit. But like I always tell you, dude, it's realist. It's not racist, it's realist.
Right.
Let's go with the odds, fuckers. It is what it is, all right? But don't let it turn your nose up and leave the show and not listen because you're offended by a couple little fucking jokes. Remember, this show is based on comedy. It's all fun and games. We have fun here. And we have to go through the genealogy every once in a while to remind everybody that half of my family's back. That's why I'm not with them anymore.
check the DNA on that one. Check the DNA.
No, I love them. My daughter's half black. Fuck it.
Check the DNA.
But we just have some fun. I talk shit about Mexicans too because they're fucked up too. I mean, it is what it is. So the good thing is I offend everybody equally.
Equally oppressed. I mean, equally depressed. Oh, whatever. Fuck it. Equally
Offended.
Offended.
Right. So I'm equally offensive.
Yes, you are.
I'm offensive to the eye and the ear.
It's all good.
So people don't care. Sometimes they don't want to hear me sing. Sometimes they don't want to look at me. I wouldn't want to look at me. Fuck it. Hey, you know what I noticed was pretty cool?
What's that, man?
You ever had a pair of Lucky jeans? The Lucky brand jeans?
Oh, yeah.
So the other day I'm taking a shit, right? And I look down at my pants and I'm like looking at them and I don't know why, but I look where the zipper is. So just for a minute, guy, let's just put you in the perspective of the
Closing
woman.
my eyes and
You're the
visualizing.
woman. So you're on your knees, guy.
On my knees.
And you're moving in to suck my cock, right? I mean, just go with it, all right?
I'm just going to go with
Right.
this.
I know it's never happened before.
Can't see it. I'm burning my eyes. Go ahead, man.
So you move in for the deed, right? And you unzip my pants. You know what it says on the zipper when you unzip it?
Get lucky.
No.
What does it
Close,
say?
So nice.
What does it
So
say?
you've been there before, fucker, right?
Well,
no.
I mean,
it says "Lucky You."
lucky you.
Oh my God! What nice people at Lucky Brand Jeans,
Well, I figured
where
it
they put like it's almost like a what do they call that? A welcome mat on your house. You would have normally on your house. You'd have that welcome mat like when you first walk in the house. No, they have it on the zipper for the chick.
Yeah.
When she's coming in,
That's insane.
the last thing she sees is "Lucky You" before she sucks. Isn't that cool?
That is awesome.
I thought that was so nice, man.
I mean, if they switch it up and have something else like different, like those Snapple, the Snapple caps.
Right,
have different
right. Kind of
sayings,
like in the same
but like
concept.
Lucky you.
Sure.
See,
Right.
like something. Yeah. But
right when I
use
thought
the
our
word
world
lucky
was
in it.
becoming insensitive, coming to an end, the end times were coming. Lucky Jeans restores a little belief in humanity in me, and they do something like that. A welcome mat for your zipper.
That's right. That'd be so insane.
I thought that was kind of cool.
That is awesome. It's considerate. It's a consideration.
Yeah, restoration in my mind of humanity. I thought it was kind of cool. Who else is joining in here?
Still just
Awesome.
me.
See you there, Guy Murray, with a thumbs up. I see you're in front of me. I see you, Guy. All right. So anyway, who's there? Just messing around. All right. So what do we want to do? Do we want to jump right into the marijuana in California in 2018, starting January 1?
Well, let's do that because I had an opportunity about CBD water and CBD oils. Man, it's gonna change the landscape, and people are not, a lot of people will take advantage of the opportunities. Other people are going to suffer and die if they don't get it regulated right.
Right. All right. So there's a good segue into the whole deal. The first thing you have to understand is there's two sides to this. There's the medical cannabis side to it. Thank you, man. That is the CBD part, whereas the healing agents for cancers and other, skin issues with the salves and the creams and that stuff. And so there's a whole healing side to the whole marijuana issue, which is what has allowed it to come to the forefront and become a medical alternative, and where they're considering allowing it to be prescribed, and it has been prescribed, and now it's turning to the point where people want to see it and vote it as Americans to have it recreational. All right, but the other side of it is just the recreational use and actually, for lack of a better term, abuse of marijuana as it has been, and always will be in the lifestyle of people that like to go out and drink and party and have fun. And smoking weed as the THC part of it and being a hallucinogenic is what a lot of people like and are after, and is the other part. And it's honestly the part that kind of screws it up for everybody else, in the sense that oh, Jesus. See what I'm telling you when I start touching like audio and video stuff? All right,
Not
so
cool,
we're back
not
on.
cool.
So that's the problem, is they bring it in as medical, and then people abuse it, and it's on both ends, the user end and the producer end. And a lot of the producing people of it, like I read an article today, Guy, that California as a whole produces 13.5 million pounds of marijuana a year. 13.5 million.
13.5 million.
Right, here's the catch to it, though. We only consume 2.5 million pounds of it.
I think I found our export product if we ever break away from the union.
All right, so here's what's illegal. It is legal to grow and consume whatever you grow or whoever grows for you. The problem is that people are making loot by shipping it out to other states, which is not legal. So it causes a problem for all of us that are doing it legally.
Yep.
So that's where the issue is. That's why Trump is threatening to file an injunction, because everybody voted for it, and it was supposed to be all this last year, 2017. But the state of California said that they were going to make everybody hold off, figure this whole thing out, and then they were going to make it go on January 1, 2018.
All right.
All right, so there's a murmur of a possibility that Trump is going to put an injunction to stop the recreational use of marijuana in California. And that he's going to basically implement that you can still remain a medical use by prescription state if you choose to. If you don't like that choice, then kick rocks and move to another country. Or
rocks.
I'm going to get rid of the medical part, and you're going to be ass out and have to stay completely illegal, underground black market marijuana, which is what I'm for.
That's all for
100%. I'm for getting rid of the legalization and buy from your local grower that does an excellent job of producing grade A quality weed instead of this mass production weed that the government's going to put out. So that's my little thing on it. I'd like to hear from people if they want to call in. Guys, got the call-in number.
It's 760-565-3713. 760-JOKES13. That's Pelon and Chubby. We're ready to take your calls. Go ahead and call us now.
You can always text it in. You can message it in on Facebook. We'll get it either way. But I just kind of get your thoughts on it. I don't think everybody was actually under the impression that all of a sudden it was just going to be free and you're going to get a great deal and you're going to get quality weed and you're going to be able to walk down the street and smoke it like a cigarette, buy a pack of cigarettes, buy a pack of joints, and all was going to be kosher. Unfortunately, everything that is passed in this country has some kind of ulterior motive, and the ulterior motive is to get more cash in the form of taxes and regulate the weed, which they can't do right now. And so actually, by voting it in, you're actually voted in to be more controlled by our government.
Oops. Didn't see that one coming, did you?
Right. So it's a sad day in Bedrock, but shit happens. We learn from our mistakes, and, we'll figure it out.
Honestly, it's the perfect time for the Cal exit to happen. They were all against Trump. Trump can issue an injunction. But if we do the whole Cal exit, we can break away from the union. We have enough products, enough export. We have enough product to export and to sustain our own economy. There's only a couple states that can do that. California is one of them, Texas, and also Massachusetts, believe it or not.
Yeah, people talk about, we are, did you know we are pretty much like almost self-sufficient as a state? Like, we could be like a motorhome.
We are.
Like
rickety, busted old door
California,
ass.
the motorhome.
And
we produce all our own food.
And if you look at that fault line, we could just make a break from the whole union and be our own trailer park.
Exactly, right. Yeah, lose the shoes. Fuck it if your teeth fall out.
Fuck it if it's...
And we'll be the trailer park of states.
Hell yeah. We'll change it from California to Trailerfornia.
Did you see in the news? My favorite in the news. LeVar?
Yes, LeVar.
LeVar Ball.
My God.
God, you know what, man? Everybody's been on both sides of the fence with this guy. And his kid is getting the brunt of all the abuse because he's a rookie in the league. The kid's actually playing decent. But he has to deal with his dad and all the comments that his dad makes. And Luke Walton actually had a pretty cool take. I don't know if you saw it on ESPN.
Yes.
But he's like, he did a good job raising the kid. He made a good basketball player. But we as coaches don't give a shit what the parents say about our coaching, which is pretty cool take, from the head coach of the Lakers. And so the kid's actually doing decent. He's dealing with his annoying dad. But I got to give it up. You know, even if you're a Trump hater, for a minute, just put aside your feelings towards our president and just take him for a Twitter master that he is, with one of the best tweets of the year, maybe in history. I think he might make the tweet Hall of Fame. But this guy, you know, Trump guy, I don't know if you know it, but the guy, even if you hate him, the guy's got some game, man. He's a shit talker.
Yeah, he walks, but he talks.
He can tweet out his ass.
Yeah.
He's a Twitter tweet. He can tweet out his ass. The motherfucker's good. He's funny. He wrote a good. That was a great. He blasted LeVar Ball on Twitter, and called. What did he call him? I don't even. Do you have it?
I'm looking
Pull
for
it
it
up
right now.
Oh my god, it was fucking hilarious, man. But he's right. You know, the guy wants to not give Trump any credit for freeing his son. And I don't know if you know, but in China, the offense of stealing is huge. It's a big deal. Like, you'll spend 10 plus years in prison for stealing in China. So it was a big deal. And he's like, my kid just took a pair of sunglasses, like no big deal. Like, who cares? So, guy, you have it?
I'm almost on it. Hold on. It's
So
like LeVar,
he tried to
just
play it
destroyed
off
him.
like it was no big deal. Yeah, he just stole a couple pairs of whatever, you know. Mm-hmm. Well, they were Louis Vuitton, I think, you know, for one, or for like $1,000 for a pair of glasses or some shit. But either way, you still in China. You're lucky they don't cut off your nuts, but you're going to spend like 10 years in prison in China. So Trump made a phone call and got LeVar's kid out. And the first battle of the tweets was LeVar went on TV and said that Trump had nothing to do with his kid getting out. You know, like, who? What? You know, and then Trump responded with, I should have let him rot in prison, you know.
Oh, man, don't let him out, is what he said.
Right. So then it escalated, and he went on a couple TV shows and was running his mouth like he normally does. And then Trump just blasted him with fucking one of the greatest tweets I've ever seen. And you know, if you fuckers out there, you know, all the Trump haters, if you read his tweet and you don't think that was funny, you don't think it was a good response, you don't think that he absolutely crushed LeVar Ball, then you're a fucking idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. You know, you need to go back to fucking Tweet 101 school and see what the fuck's going on and realize what's funny and what's real. But that you got to give it up to the, what do they call him? The orange
orange peeler.
Man. Give it up to the orange man because he fucking crushed them. But we got it yet?
Oh, the quote that he actually said, it wasn't the White House, it wasn't your father. Just think, LeVar, you could have spent the next 5 to 10 years during Thanksgiving with your son in China, but no NBA contract to support you. But remember, shoplifting is not a little thing. It's a really big deal. I mean, now that we got expanded tweets, he can type a whole fucking paragraph, and he went on, ungrateful fool. Oh my gosh.
But the first dig is no NBA contract to support you.
Right? First dig.
Right? That's good. Right? You got him there because that's what it's all about. He's raising these 3 kids, which, I mean, he's done a good job. You got to give him a little credit for that. Because they're there. They're going to make it in the NBA. But at the same time, the goal is so he can sit back on his ass and fucking be supported by his 3 sons, you know, and get those 3 NBA contracts, and then he can do his deal, you know.
Yep.
But and then he calls at the end. He says, what does he say on the second one?
It wasn't the NBA. It wasn't the contract. Hold up. All right, damn it. I closed it. All right, so it was. So you could have just think you would have been spending the next 5 to 10 years during Thanksgiving with your son in China. So I mean, you got to go back and get that. Now remember, shoplifting is not a little thing.
Right. And then where's the you fool part?
Ungrateful fool. That's just crazy.
That's great. That's
awesome.
The perfect ending for that tweet. Ungrateful fool. How does that? Is that like when you're taking a class act at school? They give you at the beginning of the course kind of a description of what happened. A description of what the whole class is going to be. What do they call that? a syllabus, I think, right?
Yes, a syllabus. They
It
give you
hasn't
the
been
whole
that long
book.
since I was in the dorm room hammering fucking freshmen. That was the greatest. You know, they call Disneyland the greatest place on earth. Bullshit. It's the college's freshman year. That's the greatest place on earth.
That is the best time.
That's a
of the
young
year.
man's Disneyland. There's nothing better. So they give you, that's like a, no, how about this? On a book, a synopsis, is that what it is? Kind of where it goes, it kind of like tells you like, here's a synopsis of the whole story. And that's kind of LeVar Ball in a nutshell, is ungrateful fool. Is that not
insane?
to the T?
That's right to the T right there.
Oh my God, ungrateful fool. That's it. You don't even need. What two greater words have described a human being in history? Oh shit! What?
Seriously. No, we're good. We're looking
birthday
great. Happy
to-
birthday to who? That popped up.
Maria Delgado.
Oh, what's up with Maria Delgado?
I don't know. I think she's still 3 foot tall.
He's more than ready.
Is he? Oh. We will lead you in the direction. All right.
Pint master? Oh my gosh. Pro surfer? Wow.
Ruben, Dion, what's up? These are my buddies from they just announced our high school reunion.
How many years, Rich?
XXX.
Oh my God.
You know why I say it like that? Because the young chicks aren't going to be able to figure it out. The older ones know what I'm talking about, but XXX. Yeah, they're going to have the Triple X reunion in Redondo Beach, Redondo Union High School. A couple of my buddies that are watching online went there. Brian Okamura, what's up? Enjoyed your take on LeVar. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Hey, are you ready for the XXX reunion? Going back to the scene of the crime, Redondo Beach. Yeah! We're going to go there and tear it up. I don't know where it's going to be yet. Hopefully they don't pick a boring spot. What's up, Brian? My cousin Brian's in the house. What's up? He's watching online. Hey, Scotty Davidson's watching, Brian. What's up? The Buttonholes have their CD release party. I got to get it in there for my cousin. He's a member, the founder of the Buttonholes in Hermosa Beach, California. And their CD release is going to be on XXX, baby. Their CD release is on December 2nd, Saturday, at the Hermosa Saloon. Go get your copy of their new CD. It's going to be crazy. And guess what? I'm making the announcement right now. Hello, announcement time.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
I am. I'm going to be in Hermosa Beach.
Oh,
Saturday
my
the
God.
2nd for my cousin's release party.
Get down on it. If you really
So we're going
want
to check
it,
out the new one.
get
What's up,
down
guy?
on it.
Guy
Got
might
the
even go,
feeling.
hey, do you allow black people in there?
Oh, allow them. I'm coming through. It's all about me, man, right now. All about me.
Fuck. I don't care. Hey, but no, I got to bring them. Hermosa Saloon. Yeah, buddy. You going to be there, Dion? Yeah. All right, so we got to get back to our show here. So, Guy is, I don't know if you guys know Guy. Guy's over here. There he is.
That guy right there.
Yeah, that's my co-host.
Chubby.
He's the guy that puts us all together. He's the Chubby in the Pelon and Chubby show. And if you're just tuning in right now, folks, this is our early production of the Pelon and Chubby podcast, weekly podcast we do at 6:30 to 7:45 every week, every Wednesday. So tune in when you get the chance. Because of the holiday weekend, we're here at 3:30-ish. We're black and Mexican, so we're late to everything. That shit happens.
That just not
Right,
happen.
so we're on CP time, but it's all good. So we're going to be probably today 4 o'clock to 5:15. But we are here, the early Turkey Day show, and we're here at the Inland Tavern here in San Marcos. If you're ever in the San Marcos area, come out and check out the Inland Tavern. They got a great menu. They got a happy hour from 4 to 6. They got great beers on tap, and they got a super cool bartender that's here to take care of you anytime you want. But come through and check it out. We are here. So we covered legalization of marijuana, bad idea in California, but we did it. We're here. We got to live with it. Shit happens. So what'd you have on your list there, Guy?
I got TeLisa Ann out of Dallas, Texas, ready to go on
got
call
it?
with an interview. Hell yeah. We're going to rock with her and
All right, so
everything.
we're going to play an interview, which is going to be tough because on the podcast you're going to hear it, but on the Facebook Live you might not. What do you think?
Yeah, there might be a little sketch on that part, but
Hey, you know what? The other day, I was really troubled, and I'm sitting at home, and I'm thinking, oh, it's dialing. You got it?
Hello.
Hey, TeLisa, how you doing? This is Guy with Pelon and Chubby. How you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Can she hear me?
She can hear you.
I can hear you.
All right. So let me put the live feed over there, so they can hear you on Facebook Live also.
Okay, that's cool.
Let's go this way like this.
Yay!
Yeah. So we're on Facebook Live.
Point that at you. All right, so we had.
So I think they can hear you.
We had talked previously, everything. I like talking to new comics, old comics that have been around and actually putting their foot down and getting back into comedy. And we just wanted to know, what's going on in the Pulse, what's going down in Dallas with you, what's going on, TeLisa?
So hey, you set up the background for TeLisa here.
Hey, I'm gonna let her do her own thing,
Well,
man.
remember I told you,
I
whether
know.
we're on stage
Or
or
on-
in the studio, all comics have to have the proper introduction and lay the stage for them to take. So, Guy, give the young lady a proper introduction, who she is, so the people know who we're talking to.
Thank you, Rick, for putting me on the spot. Ladies and
I'm good
gentlemen,
for
we're talking to TeLisa Ann, a hilarious comic that has been rocking the Southland down in Dallas, Texas. She's going to give us a little insight on what she's been doing, what she's up to, and how things have been rocking since she's got back into comedy. TeLisa, how you doing this evening?
Welcome to the show. All right.
Hey, how y'all doing? Thanks for having me on.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
So
Whatever the last time you was.
we just had a couple of questions for you.
You guys are actually going in and out.
Oh, are we going in and out? I'm sorry.
Can you hear? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
There you go.
So we just want to know what you've been doing in comedy.
What's going on in Houston? What's the scene? What's going on?
Well, I'm actually here in Dallas, Texas, D-Town. But yeah, I've actually been in comedy since 2003. I did my first stand-up here in Dallas, Texas, at a place called the Gallery, which is it's no longer open right now. But I've been getting in work at the Arlington Improv, and every once in a while, maybe the Dallas Comedy House in the back door. I also worked out there.
Right on.
Hey, are the comedy clubs as good as the strip clubs in Dallas?
The comedy clubs are awesome here. I actually didn't realize we had that many until now because I had stepped away from it for a while.
Right.
But the strip clubs are pretty nice too.
Yeah, because I know the strip clubs in Dallas are number one in my heart. I have never seen a place more beautiful than that ever on earth. It brought a tear to my eye.
Yeah, the strip clubs be popping here, honey.
So who are your influences? Who are your inspirations? Why did you start even doing comedy?
Oh my God, I'm gonna be honest.
Did you say Whitney Houston?
So yeah, I guess it was just natural for me to do. I just kind of came into my own and what my purpose was, and I was good at making people laugh. And taking shitty situations and just making lemonade out of lemons.
I hear you.
But some of my biggest influences are definitely Eddie Murphy. I seen him when I was 15 years old. Eddie Murphy Wall.
Did he have clothes on?
Did Eddie have clothes on?
Did he have clothes on? With all the allegations going on right now, just want to make sure he wasn't harass you or the first time you seen him he was naked.
Oh, no way. No way. I don't even know those people. Those are just people that inspire me. Sure. I ain't that deep out into the game, but I'm hoping to be one day.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
So,
now, the first time you ever got on stage, how was it? Did you crash and burn for reals?
I was actually nervous when I first got on stage, but once I got up there and I had a couple of glasses of wine, I turned up.
That was like my first time in the sack. I had a couple of glasses of, a couple of shots of some schnapps, right? At first I was nervous, but then I had a couple of shots and I was good to go. Yeah, so I know I hear you.
Yeah.
I know how that goes for sure. Hey, have you ever felt though like the more nervous you are before you go on stage, the better your show is?
Oh, most definitely, because all week long you're practicing, you're trying to get it right, and then all them nerves hit you at one time, and you bam, it's on. You did a good job.
Yep.
Like people always ask me before I'm getting ready to go up, they're like, "Are you nervous?" And I told them, you know what? When I'm nervous, the more nervous I am, the better I do. It's kind of like when I drink before I drive home. Like, sometimes I think I'm a better driver because I focus more, because I'm more concerned about getting pulled over.
Yep.
Because, the man's going to give you a beat down if you get pulled over.
Almost definitely.
So I always try and, I think I'm a little more like focused, right? So, like, when I'm more nervous before I go up on stage, I think I'm focused. Like, I'm more prepared. I'm more like in tune with giving the people a good show.
Yes. I mean, but there's some time when I done got on stage and nothing came out,
Oh my! Not even a little pee?
I said a couple things, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, what happened here? So you definitely have those moments where everything goes wrong, but, I'm a ratter, and I'm going to keep doing comedy shows.
Okay.
Yeah, that can be rough, man. You're up there and everybody's looking at you and you're looking at them and you're like, what the fuck are we doing here?
What's really going on?
I mean, but y'all gotta remember, Martin Lawrence also bombed at a show.
Shoot.
His first time.
I seen Jamie Foxx bomb for 20, or it wasn't even 20 minutes. He was probably out there for like 15 minutes and they paid him $75,000 to bomb for 15 minutes.
Man, we don't
And
even get
that was
that.
after he won the Oscar.
That was after he won the Oscar.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely not looking to bomb again. I done stepped up my game. I'm learning every day.
Hey, don't you wish you could bomb and still get paid $75,000 for 15 minutes? Wouldn't that be nice?
Man, that would be lovely. Give me 5,000.
Give $5,000.
You say you take $5.
All right, 2,500. 2,500. I might soar a little low and.
Yeah, I'll go for 5,000 right now. Whatever do is open. Hey, I'm knocking on it.
Okay. Now, I don't want to put you on the spot. I mean, but this is the Pelon and Chubby Hour. We talk to comics of every level. Give us a little bit of something. Let people hear what Miss TeLisa Ann is all about. What's going on? Let's give us get a little something here. I mean, I got the video clip you sent me, but I just want to hear something raw right now. What do you got for me?
Okay, this is what I got right now. I was born here, but like most blacks, I was going to Africa.
Okay.
And I was like, the fuck, I want to go back to a place I've never been.
Okay.
And the ones that do, take pictures and bring their ass back to America.
All right.
Besides.
Go to Africa and take some pictures. Oh, my goodness.
I mean, besides that, other places to go, like Disneyland,
Hey.
Six Flags, and my cousin's house.
I feel you. That's funny right there. That's good stuff.
Yeah, and that's the type of routine I'm talking about. I'm just keeping it 100% TeLisa Ann all the time.
All right. I feel that. I like that. My host, he stepped away for a little bit, so it's about me and you right now talking about some things and everything. How can people find you, TeLisa? Where's the best way to get in touch with TeLisa Ann?
Well, I actually have a Facebook page. It's actually TeLisa Ann. It's also a sexy comedian on there. But my Twitter page and my Instagram page actually got hacked, so I haven't been able to set that up.
Okay.
So if you want to catch me at an open mic on a Tuesday night, you can come out to Arlington Improv, which is, check me out there.
Doing big things. That sounds awesome. So we're going to be looking for, people that are just going to be going up and up. We'll keep tabs on you. We check in with you. Definitely send you some links, give you some shout outs. And we definitely want to appreciate you for your time. We'll get you back on some other time, and just check in on you, see how you're doing. Thank you for taking this time for the Pelon and Chubby show and calling in. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out one more time. Actually, I'm going to play the clip a little bit later. I can't filter it in right now, but I'm going to play the clip so people will see what Miss TeLisa is really all about.
Sure, I want to hear it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, she's funny. She's
Hey,
funny.
thanks
good
for being
stuff.
on the show. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, girl. You have a good night now. We'll talk to you soon, all right?
Have a happy Thanksgiving, huh?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Okay, bye-bye.
Mr. Booty called me 2 years ago. TeLisa, pick up the damn phone, it's mom. I'm thinking, God, she did. She leave me any money. He answers. No, selfish ass. She's been diagnosed with Alzheimer's and you need to take care of her. I'm like, oh hell no. She don't like me. Mom didn't like me because I watched her every move and asked dumb questions like, why we got 3 different daddies? She was like, if you don't get your tired ass out my face with that, you need to learn how to spell all over my business. Told she was mean. See, my mom raised us in the hood, South Dallas. And we had a really nice house, but the light was always off. So I asked, Mom, are you a crackhead? She's like, girl, look girl, you gonna make me stop your ass 50 shades darker. You gonna be an oil spill by the time I'm done with you. Keep asking me these dumbass questions. I'm like, damn, I didn't think that was a dumb question. Since she was married to one. This man was such a crackhead. If he walked in a room right now, everybody should just hold their breath. Seriously, don't breathe. Why? Because he'll spill it. And try to spill it in the ER, that's oxygen.
Scotty Davidson, you still there? What's up? Vanessa. Dion, what's up, though? We had sushi over there with you that one time over by the pier. That was pretty cool. It wasn't long enough. You know, it always happens that way. For some reason, you bring the chick and things never like fucking... You know that bro time?
Oh, bro time.
You know, the bro time, we sit there, we don't give a fuck about how long it's taking, how much shopping we're missing out on. We just sit there and we reminisce, talk about the old days. You know, like we hang out. You bring a chick and things just don't, it's going to get shortened up. You know, there's not a whole lot of connection there. You got to worry about, you know, are they having a good time? You know, the usual bullshit, you know, so. I mean, it is what it is. We got to deal with it. It's a fact of life, I guess. But I wish we would have had Dion. What I'm trying to say is,
What I'm trying to say is,
I wish we would have had a little more of that bro time when I was down there having a sushi. You know. So we're sitting here at the Inland Tavern here in San Marcos. Nice spot, relaxing, full bar. They got good food, and it's nice.
the
music is
nice.
Cool in the background there.
You can't feel it though.
Not much of a murmur. You know, the nice thing is, and maybe it's not good for them, but it's good for us.
It's definitely
They're not very busy. So for us, that's good. For them, I don't know. Who knows how long we're going to be here, but that's good. It's all good. It's all fun and games, you know? So,
Not that many. There's not many people can do this shit like I do, man.
you know, they talk about,
Oh my God, they got food?
oh yeah, they get good food. Are we back on?
I gotta wait.
Not yet?
Alright, we gotta rock. We gonna rock like that.
You know, I want to be like all the actors that say they've been working hard. I've been hard at. No, fuckers, you haven't. That's why you can live till you're like 90 and look like you're still like 40, because you fuckers never work a day in your life. And then if you have a blemish or two, you get it fixed. So it's not. No, we don't understand. We can't comprehend what you're talking about. You know, you haven't worked. Whatever. You're not working. The next time I hear an actor fucking on TV like, oh, I'm working so hard. How you doing? By the way, how you doing right now? I'm working hard. Bullshit. Try doing some of our jobs. Fucking manual labor, motherfucker. They say you're working hard.
Get my device back. Come on, man. Get my device back.
Who's still out there? Give me a like, give me a thumbs up, give me a whatever. Something. All you guys on Facebook, what's up? I know it's a long time to sit here. Like you don't have anything else going on in your life, you know. But, you know, it's nice to... do you want to tag... Why? Is he on there? Did I accidentally tag him?
What are you trying to do?
Oh, it's asking me if I want to tag Edward Soares. Are you on here? I don't see him. Okay. No, we don't have to. You know, I don't know how all this shit works, really.
It's amazing how all that comes together.
I try to figure it out. But... Oh, yes, please. So, let's see here. We're just waiting for the audio video to come back up. Just looking, waiting, hello. Hey, so Brian, you can call in and talk about your release of the Buttonhole's new CD if you like, or not. I'll find something to talk about if you don't. It's just an invitation to call in if you like. We're here probably for the next 30 minutes or so. Feel free. 760, no. 565
3713.
3713 is the direct dial number for the Pelon and Chubby Show. You are watching episode 9 on the Pelon and Chubby podcast worldwide.
Ooh, on the World Wide Web.
Can we say that?
Chubby? Yeah, we're worldwide. We're worldwide.
We're international.
We're international.
We're international.
We're on simultaneous plug. If I could do this live,
that would be the shit.
Stuff. And then
so
live with video, like
what is the problem?
What's the problem with what?
What's the holdup from us going live, video, everything?
Jesus. Video. We can do video. We can stream straight to YouTube.
All right.
We can still capture and then
Facebook,
still buzz. Oh, man.
All right, so here's what we need.
We need money. We need patrons. We need little sponsorship.
We need money.
We can drop all the videos.
We need money.
Money's good.
We need money.
Oh
shit.
Thank you, brother.
We need money.
I ain't going to sugarcoat it. We need money.
Hey, what do you want something?
No, because I'm going to be heading over to
I am too, but you know when you go to a relative's house for
you don't want to go hungry, but you don't want to go full.
I like to go full. You know why? Because most of the time they fuck it up.
Okay. All right.
And most of the time the food's not very good, but you can fake it like you ate it.
Fake it like you ate it.
You
know,
like
burping and everything.
Right. Little do they know it's from the local saloon that you did have very good food, and that's why there's a smile on your face.
So it's good, man.
Whatever,
Yeah.
So
we have another interview.
Are we live?
We're back. I'm sorry. But so it's natural, so people know what's going on behind the scenes right here. We've been recording for the last 5 minutes.
Oh, shit. All right. So we're back. The Pelon and Chubby Show is back on. A brief intermission for the interview. But Guy Murray, Rick Salos, the Pelon and Chubby Show, episode 9. We're at the beautiful Inland Tavern here in San Marcos, California. If you ever have the opportunity to come by, please come and check it out. Very nice place. So, what I was telling you earlier, Guy, is that sometimes the reality is when you buy a service from, per se, company, you get what you pay for. And you realize that it's cheaper for a reason. Because the service or quality of the service that you're going to get is not the same as the other company that you're paying more money for. But you're okay with it because it's sufficient. What irks me is that when this company that you just signed up for, that is giving you inferior service, and it's obvious, comes out and says that they are equal to, if not better than, the company that you left. And you know for a fact, by experience, that they're nowhere close. Why can't they just come out and give the truth, the honest truth? That come to us. We're cheaper. Yeah, you're going to get less. What did you expect? Yeah, of course you're going to get less. But you're also going to pay less. It's a trade-off.
Trade-off.
But why can't they just own it and accept it and be that honest company that says, yeah, we know. We're less, but we charge less. So it's
amazing.
So Sprint has that idiot that comes on there and says that they're 97%. That's the biggest 3% I've ever seen in my life. Because they're nowhere even close. I've had the worst service with Sprint ever. And okay, fine, we may never get Sprint as a sponsor for our show.
Not today.
But I don't give a shit. Because they're nowhere close to Verizon, but it was the old lady's idea to switch over to Sprint from Verizon, and it has been absolutely miserable. More missed calls, more drop calls, the quality of the connection or whatever you want to call it, the bars. I have no bars, is what I say most of the places I go. So are they 97% of what Verizon is? As I say, that's a massive 3%, and I would just wish the company as a whole would accept their place in the pecking order of cell phones and say that they are nowhere close to Verizon, but fuck it, we're less. That's my ideal commercial from them. What do you think, guy?
I think that would be expected of most.
That would be honorable.
It would be honorable for them to do that.
Like taking the cuchillo when you're fucking wrong.
Yeah.
As a family, take the knife to the stomach. Honorable. That's got to be a tough thing, you know? When you have dishonored your family.
That was horrible.
And know that it's time to take the cuchillo to the fucking stomach. That's a rough point in your life.
Sun's going down.
You know?
Some major shit. Okay. Oh, okay.
We good? So I think that's kind of...
That's crazy.
That's tough. That's a tough road. But they do it. You know, they're honorable. Honorable.
You can't even say the word.
Honorable.
Honorable.
It sounds like a dirty word coming out of my mouth.
Sometimes you have to take the good with the bad.
Yeah, it happens. So what's everybody up to the night before Thanksgiving? That has a different meaning than the night before Christmas.
I think it's some preparation, some hesitation. And they're like, I'm going to eat a lot tomorrow. I actually do a pre-Thanksgiving dinner with family and friends, like I said in the past. And then I'm excited because we have Marines over and we'll go out and treat and feed people on Thanksgiving Day. So
That is honorable.
that is honorable, Mr. Guy. That's crazy.
Can I tell you what I'm going through tonight and right now?
What's going on?
The feelings that are going through me, other than the indigestion from the chili dogs earlier.
Right?
No, let me tell you what's going on. So tonight I'm supposed to go over to my brother's house, but I got this phone call. Here's the part that's kind of a little iffy. I get the phone call like about this morning.
Okay.
What are you guys up to today? Nothing. Well, we thought about having a Thanksgiving dinner, and plus it's my wife and I's anniversary. This is my brother talking. So we're thinking everybody come over tonight, and we'll do Thanksgiving for our side of the family tonight.
Oh my gosh.
Because we got a lot of stuff. All right, so here's my issues. Like, if you don't know, if you're like new to the game, you're just now hearing it. You're thinking like, what's the problem? It's not that big of a deal, whatever. But here's let me give you a little insight on what my issue with it is. All right, so the last minute notice for one, okay, and the second part is I feel like I'm just getting rid of. Let's like handle the shitty side of the family tonight, so that we can have the grand extravaganza of a Thanksgiving tomorrow with the real proper family.
The rightness.
Yeah, the right side of the family's tomorrow. Let's get rid of the fucking degenerates, the undesirables, the leftover motherfuckers tonight in our Thanksgiving dinner, impromptu. And then that'll make way for the unwanteds to be seen on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you know, it's the day because I mean, there's football, there's the parade, there's so many family things still that can be done. But it's like, okay, we can sit back and relax, get rid of, just relax, and let it go, you know.
And I don't really have a problem with it,
No.
because my thing is like I'm not trying to cast judgment on anybody. My thing is just identifying stuff, making a comment about it, and then getting a good laugh about it.
Right.
But I don't really care otherwise. Like my whole thing on Thanksgiving Day, what I like to do is just get up, cook all the food because I like to cook, put it on the counter, and if anybody wants to come by, I don't give a fuck if it's a homeless person, who it is. Come by, eat, you know. I can watch my little football, watch a basketball game or whatever. And then we can, you know, I can enjoy my day doing absolutely nothing, sitting on my couch.
Right.
You know, if I want to go rub one out real quick, I can. I'm right there, you know, close to my fucking throne. So it's all good. And so that's kind of like, you know, my perfect Thanksgiving day. So when I say this and I joke about my brother and stuff, don't everybody get a hemorrhoid on me and start like judging me and shit. I'm just pointing it out. I'm getting a good laugh about it, and I really don't give a shit otherwise. So it's all good. But we're here on the day before Thanksgiving, giving thanks for taking another breath, being able to have another beer, being able to mount another female, and having an all-around good time. I can't tell if I still got people online or not. It looks like Momma might be there, but I can't tell because my son usually has the phone. But yeah, we're hanging out, having some fun on a beautiful Wednesday. Everybody be safe out on the roads if you're going to head out. See your families, wherever it is you come from. Be careful. You know, things can happen out there. So we're at the Inland Tavern recording the Pelon and Chubby show. We appreciate you tuning in. As always, having a blast, just getting stuff off our chest, having fun, all the usual stuff, you know. But if there's anything anybody wants to talk about, I see you guys right here online. Feel free to chime in, you know, say what's up. Okay, fine. Why is it asking me so much about Edward Soares? Tag him already. Let's tag him. It's all good. Did I see Steve Seriani? What's going on? Steve's there. No, not no more. Took off. I saw him and then he split. There he is. I see him now. Steve's. What's going on, Steve? Good to see you tuning in. We're just over here messing around at the Inland Tavern. As you heard, I'm sure we're no longer at Tremont Street. We kind of had the same nobody showing up issue. Here's the take on that whole thing. We haven't talked about it yet tonight, guy.
Let's talk about it. Let's get deep into this.
Let's get it off our chest. Guy, just so Tremont Street Bar and Grill is aware, Guy has no real take on this. He still likes to come to your karaoke and shit. So when you see him, don't throw the fucking hate bug on him.
Shade on me and shit,
Yeah.
because I mean, I'm just a consumer, you
Right.
know, and you created your own problems there, so that's all I got to say about that. But yeah, if you're looking for consumers, give us some time.
Me, however,
Oh God, here we go.
I can say whatever the fuck I want to say.
It's time.
So we just conducted a survey.
Going to the mic.
Okay, hold on. We got a brief timeout.
So I'm the guest here. I'm a guest star. So
And your name is?
We're talking to.
my name's Zach, and we just conducted a survey outside where, you know, me and Rick,
Talk to the mic.
Rick and I both have BMWs, you know, and the consensus was that people like the 97 red one convertible better than the white one. It ended up winning 4-2, and
Nice.
I mean, it just was.
And what was your
It was a nice
award for
Survey?
for
It was unpaid. It was just an
no,
unbiased.
for this. It's a contest.
Give
Basically
them
a
an
contest.
unbiased
So
survey.
what was the award? What did you win for having the better BMW of the two? Let me give you what your award was. A bag of dicks.
No, I do not accept that award. But,
He won a bag of dicks, folks. Congratulations, sir. Suck them at your leisure, one at a time or all at one time. But you got yourself a bag of dicks.
We'll show a picture of the cars.
All right, we'll show it on the way out what it is. All right, but so
yeah, cast your votes in 4-2. The red one's winning, and whoever
take-
wins needs to win by 2.
I'll take newer and younger any day of the week.
Oh my God.
It was just an unbiased survey, just seeing what
Sure.
people like, and you know, the red one won.
Oh shit, the Warriors and Thunder are playing tonight. KD might be back.
KD.
Oh, he's back.
He's back.
You think he was gonna miss a showdown back at his old fucking
backyard.
what do they call it? Stomping grounds.
stomping grounds,
Back
his
in his
backyard.
old backyard with Melo, his replacement.
Shoot. No.
Come on now. And this bullshit fucking Wessel Westbrook, you can suck a dick. I hate that motherfucker more than anything.
We're
Anyway.
talk these guys.
All right, so let's go back to Tremont Street Bar and Grill for a minute, folks.
Get deep. Come on.
So-
get deep.
Here's my thing, man. Like I posted online, when you have a failing business, what do you expect? Me coming in there one night a week with the few dollars that you give them, which, whatever, okay, if that's all you got, that's all you got. But what did you really expect? Do you think we're going to turn your fucking place into a successful bar and grill, a successful restaurant? It's not going to happen. We just need to sell that motherfucker and be done with it. Because obviously it's not working. Not just our night, but... And then the whole idea was like, oh, we can't afford the extra expense. So it's almost like you wanted me to do it for free. Well, I'm not going to do it for free. I'm not going to do the show for free. It's not going to happen. So whatever. It's a moot point. I should have really thought about it in the first place, which I did. You know, but now it's coming off as like where I need it, which I don't need that. I mean, that place was actually costing me money to do a show. So it's not necessary. I didn't need it. But anyway, so now I'm hoping that maybe we have a new place. We're looking for a place to do the open mic. That's the real key element to this whole deal is that we can find a place where we can do our open mic and get this show back going. So anyway, the podcast we can do from anywhere pretty much, but we would like to do the show, the podcast, the Pelon and Chubby podcast, from the same place where we do the open mic.
The open mic after the podcast is a good feeder because we can interview the young talent that's hanging out, coming up early and everything. And then just, going straight into our open mic. It was a pleasure to be there, but we'll figure something out and we'll get it back on track. It is just one of those things that just happens. I lost a room because of expectations, and it happens. But it's just bullshit how they can assume that it's going to change things overnight. Like I can do hot one week and be cold the next, and they should be able to be flexible with that.
This heat was something else today, huh?
Yeah, it got up to 95.
One of my buddies from old school buddy Dion Trujillo is reporting that they 94 degrees in November.
Yeah, I know.
It was like 85 to 95 today out here in Vista, CA. So yeah, it was kind of a little change in what do they call it?
Changing climate. Yeah. But it's usual.
So
this guy over here, man.
So Alex wanted to be one of our interviews on the show. Zach kind of forced his way in. The mountain hound is out here trying to get a little something.
I got a red BMW.
Yeah. Show me a little pinky and then they'll fucking run, huh? Yeah, the little pink thing. Slide in there, Alex. We're gonna get out. All right, so we don't have any celebrities this week. However, we have a good buddy here. Alex, where do you live?
I live in San Diego.
San Diego.
Escondido to be more specific.
Right. If I lived in Escondido, I'd say San Diego also. That fucking toilet of a town.
Yeah.
If anybody's ever been to Escondido, remember that one little thing I said about Eminem?
The Eminem story.
Coming through Escondido, where people helped him out when he broke down?
They didn't know who
I don't know if he was scoring crack or meth. I don't know what he was doing in Escondido, but he was in there for one day. His rental car broke down, and he was talking about how all these fine people of Escondido came to his rescue, took him to dinner and all that shit.
What?
I'm like, yeah. And they didn't even know who he was. So I was like, wow, that's pretty fucking amazing, right? Escondido, you're lucky you didn't get stabbed or fucking killed or robbed or something in Escondido. That's what usually happens. So you're a resident of Escondido.
I am.
And then this is an impromptu interview. We just talked about it like about an hour ago. So he hasn't prepared any notes or anything, but he's kind enough to come on and give his perspective. Am I correct? You're a millennial.
I was born in '91.
So you're what? Okay, let's get from Guy the definition of what a millennial is, because as far as I know, the definition of a millennial to me has always been a piece of shit. But maybe we should get like the real definitive definition of what a millennial is. Do you know what being a millennial? Do you know what the definition is?
I don't, but doesn't it have something to do with like you like grew up through the millennium, like you're like
and this millennium. Yeah, he's fine.
Right.
Like the turn of this not century, but
no. So that's probably you're probably more spot on than me. Like you being born in this one is probably closer than a piece of shit, right, to the real meaning of what a millennial is, right, guys?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, watch this. I love the millennial things. They have these toys, tools, and tips for these
Are most
kids.
of them dildos for them?
Most of them have tips on them. Yeah.
Right. Perfect. And most of them insert in the butt.
Let's see if we can get this one to come out, because it's really funny. Okay, Google.
Mona Lisa Styles, what's up?
What is a millennial?
We got OK Google on what is a millennial.
A millennial is denoting or relating to a period of 1,000 years, or another term for a millenarian. A millenarian is a person reaching young adulthood in the early 21st century. Aww.
All right, so there we go.
So I guess I'm
So-
a millennial.
So yeah, so the definition is as lackluster as the actual human being. So the definition of millennial is as shitty as the actual millennial, which is appropriate.
Very so much
Appropriate.
So real.
So that's nice.
So what do you do for a living, man?
I work at a warehouse. It's like a disaster relief company. It's like products for natural disasters and things like that.
Like
So
radio?
is it for real, or is it like get your earthquake kit or nuclear bomb kit?
Well, I mean,
Because disaster's coming.
they sell like the kits at like Walmart and stuff.
Right.
It's like $100 for like a backpack.
So they
Take
sell
food and shit.
they sell gloom and doom.
Maybe I mean, it's kind of sad because like we're making money off the people that are suffering in other parts of the world. Kind of sad, but I mean, like,
And then
it's business.
it's based on fear. Like in case something happens, you need all this bullshit in this backpack to survive.
Yeah.
And if you don't have it, you're a fool like LeVar Ball. That's a callback to an earlier joke in the show. Boom, boom. That's how fucking good I am.
That's a callback.
Right? So, but yeah, I mean, it's like most products that, like I said before, these companies that advertise military discounts, is it that they really care about the troops? That excuse me, I almost drowned on my beer. Is it that they really care about the troops? Is that they really want them to get a discount because of the service that they provided to their country and to the people of their country? Or is it that they just want to take their money like every other fucking company out there? I think it's the latter. They don't really care about the troops. They just want their money. And so they advertise these military discounts. They really don't give a shit about the military. They just want to take their money. So is that how your company is? Like they're pretty much full of shit?
Yeah,
They just sell fear and like
Pretty much.
you're gonna fucking expire if you don't buy our backpack.
yeah.
Well, it's good. That's great. So they're in line with every other company in America. Sweet. So that's good to hear because you work for a company that is bound to be successful because they have the same marketing plan as all the other bullshit companies out there that are successful. So that's perfect. Yeah, good job. Way to get with a company that doesn't give a fuck about America for reals. That's the only way to make money, people. Yeah. All right. So you are single
I'm single. I've been single for
by choice or shit happens?
shit happens
Right.
pretty much.
That's
Not by choice. That's for
right,
sure.
right. So would you consider a nice guy, or on the first date, if you spend a couple bucks, do you expect to get laid?
For sure. For sure. If I spend a couple bucks,
Right.
I better be getting laid.
Right. Okay. So now we may have just uncovered a fucking phenomenon
Reason why
here.
you're
Yeah.
single.
So now, do you give them the indication that it's pretty much a contract? Bitch, if you eat that chicken wing, there's going to be a price to pay later in the sack.
Like more or less, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much, like, yeah.
So you convey your feelings ahead of time, so there's no doubt. So there's no way you're going to be accused of sexual harassment later on down the line when you become famous and world renowned.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's good. There's no way to protect yourself better than laying it all out on the line in the beginning and letting the young lady that you know that you're spending your time with and that you bought dinner for, that she is the intended dessert for the night. So, just be clear is all I'm saying. Make your feelings known. Let your soon-to-be significant other, ex, know what your plans for her are for the rest of the evening, and nobody gets hurt. Yeah. The night ends and most likely unsuccessfully, but true to form. There's not a doubter in the house. There's nobody that can come up and say, Alex, you didn't tell me this is how it was going to end. I don't know where the chloroform comes into this whole picture, but I can't breathe.
What's that smell?
And where did you get this date rape? What doctor prescribed this shit to you?
Actually, it's in a survival kit. We got
How to survive a shitty date.
yes.
Just pop this pill, honey.
Yeah.
In the morning, you won't know what happened. It's a sad state of all right, so down to 3 in the bar. It's kind of a hit or miss on a Wednesday, the night before Thanksgiving. Like, what's going to happen?
What goes on normally? Yeah. What goes on normally here on Wednesday night?
So back to our guest. What are your hopes and dreams in life? What is it that when you leave this bar tonight, you're going to say, God, please, allow me to have this. Allow me to experience this. Show me what my future has in store for me. What is it going to be, Alex?
Just to get laid by a really hot chick. Like, that would be it, man. Like, just a really hot chick. And if it was an ongoing thing, that would be even better. You know? Like, that's something like I wanted for a while, and I just unfortunately haven't had that opportunity. But that's something that
I'll tell you what, some of the most important things in life, Alex, are goals and aspirations. And it sounds to me like you have maybe a little lofty goal, but at least you have a goal.
yeah.
You have a vision. You are a visionary, Alex.
That and a new car.
You see your
I need a new car. Really.
He's stretching his range now.
you see a future in store for you that includes a hot babe. Now, do you have to pay for it or not pay for it?
No.
Does it matter or not? Oh, all right. All right, so we have to set the parameters, and it has to be free, willing,
Right?
consensual, desired attention and insertion from Alex.
Yeah.
So that's that. You know what? You got to give it to the young guy, man. He came out here, he laid it on the line. He let everybody know out there what his goals and visions in life. And as simplistic as they are, they're very heartwarming, touching someone somewhere, touching visions and desires in life. To be laid by a gorgeous woman. It's not that much to ask for. I mean, there's a lot of gorgeous women out there, and they're screwing trolls and ugly human beings. And Alex is by no means a troll or an ugly human being. So for you to take a moment out of your life and stop fucking that troll that you're fucking, and maybe throw just a little piece of pussy right here at Alex or Buddy, isn't a lot to ask for. And if you could do it 2, 3, 4 times, it'd be much appreciated by all involved. So make this your mantra, maybe your New Year's resolution, because it's coming up here in a minute, to fucking Alex. Why not? Why not? Do your part for humanity. Advance this young man in his goals and life and dream. To fuck a good-looking, vital, female species.
Yep.
I almost can't say it with a straight face.
I mean, that's the goal, man.
Is that a lot to ask for, Alex? We're asking the female sector of humanity out there to pitch in, to do their part, to throw just a little pussy your way. I don't think it's a lot to ask.
It's not too much to ask for.
Right.
It's reasonable, you know.
Right. Do you do some of that manscaping? Are you into cleanliness? Are there any known diseases that you might need to let the studio audience know something about?
No, I'm 100% clean. I'm good.
We're good? Good to go?
Good. If there's any single women listening, then
Right.
get a hold of Rick and
Come on down to the Inland Tavern. He's here. Do you have a condom in hand right now? Are you prepared for
I don't.
the onslaught of females that are going to come down tonight to enjoy your innards?
I mean, I'll be honest, I don't have a condom, but I mean,
We can get one. There's a liquor store nearby.
Yeah, but I mean, I like kids too. So.
Right. No, it's perfect. Right. He's not interested in depriving you of his texture, like Tommy Savage says. Your texture, your lumps, your scars. He wants you to get the full Alex. He wants you to get the full feel.
That's fully awesome. That's awesome.
He doesn't want to deprive you and give you that latex fake feeling. He wants you to experience it all. And if the result is a child, then he's okay with that.
Yeah.
He's okay with it.
Oh my
He'll be there. He'll stand by you.
Actually, I think my friend out there, Zach, is talking to
He's trying to prepare for a child also.
I might have to go
He's gonna leave.
He's gonna leave. Okay.
All right, Alex. In order to better your chances of fulfilling your goal, your lifetime goal, I would recommend that you run, not walk, out there and join Zach in his quest for mountation. Yes. His quest for mounting a young female tonight.
I'll try my best.
Godspeed be with you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks everyone for listening.
And then happy mounting and Guy. Yeah. All right, Guy. All right, Alex.
See you in a few
May
minutes.
may the sword be with you and use your sword properly, sir.
Use that sword.
All right, man. Wish me luck, everybody.
Deep and often. Yes. All right.
Guy.
Yes.
Scary. Yes, awesome.
So-
That's a good impromptu
Yeah, we had a nice interview. The cool thing is that we have realized that the millennials as a whole are that piece of shit that I thought they were. They do not have lofty goals in life, only to get laid by hot chicks, which is not far from my generation's lifetime dreams and wishes. So that was refreshing.
That was absolutely eye-opening.
Yeah, to find out that we are not that different, people. They may be a different generation, but their lifetime goal is the same as ours. Insertion. That's all they wish for. That's all they hope for. And insertion in something other than a fruit, maybe a pie or a bar of soap. I added the last one. I don't know if that'll actually work. I might go home and try it. But they hope, that there's more in store. That, as they say on Star Trek, that the hope for life in other galaxies is there.
Live long and prosper.
Yes.
Conquer,
So-
subdivide, get some extra booty, whatever you want to call it.
I understand the dividing part. Yes. Happy Thanksgiving, Steve. Good to see you out there, dog. White BMW. Oh yeah. Mona Lisa Styles. What's up, homegirl? Out there. Are you still out in Redondo? Good to see you. Steve saying good luck with the show. The podcast is. Hey, Steve. I'll tell you what, man. We've been doing these open mics and stuff, and it's a lot of work.
Hard work.
But I'll tell you what.
Taking on the persona of those actors.
Yeah.
You ain't done no work yet.
Yeah. And then, look, Steve. There's Guy.
I'm doing all the work.
See, Guy.
I'm doing all the work.
And you know what? These podcasts are the shit. Honestly, these podcasts are what it's all about. These open mics we do and all this other bullshit, man. Honestly, it's too much work. We got to deal with these bar owners and all that stuff. This shit here, we get out to you. We get to do our jokes. We get to have some fun. We get to talk about everything. And we don't have to deal with all the bullshit. So it's nice, man. It is really, really, really nice. And so we appreciate you guys. Where's the finger? Can you see it? We appreciate you guys tuning in online. We appreciate you going to Podbean,
Podbean, yes, sir. That's
YouTube,
iTunes,
Yeah, we appreciate you going in there and tuning in.
Breaker.
Download on there. The more downloads we have, the better. Yeah, the higher up we move in the food chain, you know. So please help us out. Give us a chance. We love being here. We love doing this. Look, it's the night before Thanksgiving. We got shit to do, but we want to be here and do this podcast.
Oh yeah.
We get paid fucking zero right now.
I'd rather be here.
Right.
Than not dodging a beer. There you go.
Yeah.
Come up with something that rhymes, being a black man.
Right. So, hey, our thing is,
We're here for you, the listeners,
and we're here for us too because we enjoy doing this.
awesome.
But we see the big picture, and we know this show is going to evolve. So, if you guys have access to, or know some people that have access to, FU money. You know what FU money is? It's money where you can like stand in the toilet, reach in your pocket, throw it in the toilet, and flush it, and never miss it. That's the people we're looking for. With the FU money that want to be a part of this show, that want to be a part of our success, and they want to say later on after we make it, they can say, "Oh, I was part of the reason why they made it." That's what we're looking for.
That's what we're looking for.
So, if you like our show, if you enjoyed tonight and hanging out with us here at the Inland Tavern for the Pelon and Chubby show, then please help us find these people so that we can make this show greater, better, more enjoyable, have some superstar guests,
Superstar DJs.
add some maybe music to the show, sound effect. I want to get one of those sound effect boards where you press a button and it does that. All right, so we're going to introduce that because my kid has some, at 4 years old, this dude has some classic lines. Remember those games you used to sit around and play, like name that movie or song, those classic lines? This dude has the most fucking classic lines at 4 years old. One of his latest was sitting around, like how he used to do, like figuring out how to work his cock, where he would like flick it, rub it, play with it. And then he finally figured out how to use it to get it to grow. Right. So now he did that the other night with the word seriously. And so he said it a couple different ways, and then finally he figured it out. And he said, "Mom, seriously? This broccoli is disgusting." So it's kind of cool. So he's got all these little sayings that he does. Yeah. So I want to record all these little sayings, and then when we say something, then I can press the button and I'll hear my son. "Seriously, Dad?" Like, you know. Yeah. So I think that'd be kind of fun. So where you can see me, Guy, if you want to go, you're more than welcome to go. And maybe we can even do a podcast from there, which would be kind of cool. But I will be Saturday, December 2nd, in Hermosa Beach, California, at my cousin Brian Stone's CD release party for the Buttonholes. Buttonholes, you can catch them on iTunes, download all their music, very, very good music. But you can catch them on iTunes, the Buttonholes. I'll be up there to check out their show December 2nd. Then you can catch me the next time in the LA area is probably going to be, well, I'm going to stop over and go to the Comedy Store in Hollywood and a few of the other clubs out in Hollywood. But then I will also be in Redondo Beach for the Triple X class reunion, Redondo Union High School class reunion, September, and I'm going to be staying up there September 18.
That's 2018. Okay. I mean, you've done
Time flies, man. Time flies. I know, we're sitting here right now, we're talking about it, but then like a couple weeks from now, we'll be like, damn.
God, that's next week.
Right.
I didn't even get my tux. I didn't work out. I didn't try to impress anybody.
So we're going to be there.
That'll be crazy.
I don't know who's going to be there, but I will be there, and we're going to turn that bitch out.
Right. Just.
So, do you have anything else? It is now 5 something, 5:20. Oh my. So,
covered some bases. We got a live call-in. That worked out pretty good. Got to talk to Miss TeLisa Ann. Again, thank her for
From
stopping.
Dallas?
From Dallas, Texas. Screaming out, having a good time down there.
Zach chimed in for a minute,
And
which is completely useless, but it's there.
No, we're going to go back and we're going to follow the action on that survey he did with the cars. So,
And then Alex gave some
and when you get two live,
super
yes,
insightful,
unscripted, raw. Yeah,
Raw.
no, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Raw,
That's exactly
raw.
what you want on a podcast. Is just waiting for some content, juicy stuff. So hopefully we'll get Alex laid. Hope ladies are listening and you're able to get in on that action.
it's probably like number 2 or 3 on my lifetime list on shit to get
Get
done.
other people laid.
Right. Like, of course I'm first, but then he's like a close second or third.
Help Alex out.
So help a brother out. He is half black, so I can say that. Help a brother out and get him laid. He needs a mouth hug in a mean way. So come through and hook a brother up.
I'm starting to think these bars play the same music or
This is a
something
good
music service.
Counting Crows, no?
No, dude, this is Matchbox 20.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I couldn't hear it. My ears are bad.
Counting Crows.
Oh, my ears are bad.
Nice. That's good though, man.
But
That's good. Be real.
if you don't have anything else, Guy, I think we might be done for the night. We'll be next Wednesday, most likely here, 6:30 to 7:45. The Pelon and Chubby show at the Inland Tavern. We've covered a lot of ground, but we've accomplished nothing, which is just the way I like
We
it.
got it. We dug deep. We're gonna put some salt on that wound about the freaking Tremont Bar and Grill.
I don't have much expectations in life, but to be to talk about irrelevant relevance.
Let's have a moment of silence for Tremont Bar and Grill.
May you rest in peace, motherfuckers.
Bye, bitches.
See ya.
Flush. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for checking out the Pelon and Chubby podcast. My name is Guy Murray.
And I'm Rick Sauce. We've been the Pelon and Chubby Show. Join us next week, 6:30, 7:45, here. Inland Tavern here in San Marcos, California. Have a happy Thanksgiving. And may you receive all the blessings you're entitled to. And some of you sorry fuckers, that means none. See you.
That sound of let's do that close out.
Which one?
That last part.
Just the last?
Yep.
May all of you have a wonderful Thanksgiving and receive all the blessings you're entitled to. And for some of you sorry fucks, that means none.
You got nothing.
Fuck off.
Good night, everybody.
That has been episode number 9 here at the Pelon and Chubby Show at the Inland Tavern. Hope all of you there on Facebook Live have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Me, I really don't give a fuck. I'm going to sit here and have another drink. Well, eyes are kind of red. A little glossy. But we'll make it, dog. See you next Wednesday. Unless I feel motivated to do something else. I'm Rick Sellis.
And I'm Guy Murray.
And we're the Pelon and Chubby Show. See ya.
Good night, everybody.